Recording in progress.
A2000 EST. OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I'm with my dog. Ay, birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, see the kingdom, why you simping, for real. Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yeah, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of on that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision and you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Rego. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Way different. Same book, but the page different. The page different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on, so they see me coming. They still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio.
All right.
Hey,
what up? What up? Welcome in. Welcome.
It's a hit. Hey, way it hit them like, whoa, man. Hey, make them do the uh-oh, man.
Happy Friday.
Came up with whoa, man. Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the
all
price,
right.
They have no escape.
What's poppin'?
Yeah, no plan.
What's poppin'? Happy Friday, everyone.
Yeah,
welcome in. Welcome in.
Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Hey, set the bar high.
W's in the chat.
So I scanned it. Hey, we
saving souls on the campus.
This ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Hey,
all right, I think we're good.
Lord, I should like a
welcome.
mantis. Enemy just trying to see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm out.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
I'm out soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the only two things that
all
I
right,
need is
let's do it.
I need love. I need
let's
everything
do it.
that's
Let's
coming
do it.
from above. I need
hope
peace.
you guys are well. Welcome in.
Love. I need everything
welcome.
That's coming from above.
How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Happy Friday, gang. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. How you guys doing, man? Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a new day, Friday, last day of the week. Are we ready to rock and roll or what? Let me correct me excess. Correct me excess. Yeah. What's up, Zoom? What up, Clubhouse? YouTube, how we feeling? How we feeling? Zyper is here. What up, Zyper? What up, Tomas? Z Gamer in the house. Only bands in the building. What up, what up? Who else we got here on this lovely Friday? Surge is in the house. What up, Surge? What's good, what's good? Let's see. Let me fix something over here. I think we're good. All right, cool. Ronnie G Kim in the house. What up, G Kim? What up, Warlos? Mr. Dip. Who we got in the clubhouse? Mr. Batman, darling. What's goody, what's goody? How you guys feeling? Huh, in the house. My man. Good to see y'all. Good to see you guys. Let's do our thing here. DeMarco, how we feeling, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. What up, GK? What up, Wokey? What up, Elijah? How we doing? How we doing? Good to see y'all. All right, Yanosh in the house. What up, Yanosh? Lag killed me. First one in the building today. I seen you, bro. I seen you. What up, Sujay? Yanosh, how we feeling? What's good? 3 Ants. Tyrone in the house. How are you? How are you? How are you guys? Let's do it. What up, Aaron? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you guys doing? Good? Awesome. Amazing. It's a hit, Green. All right. What up, Bryce? What up? Stewie B in the house. All right. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let me just make sure I'm all set on my end, which I think I am good. Good. Click. All right. Yeah, we're good. So let's go ahead and get started. Zoom, you guys can see my screen. Yeah, I think so. Hear the music. Perfect, man. Perfect. Let's go ahead and pray, and then we will begin our journey here today. Let's do it. Well, Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for this week, Lord. We thank you for being with us today. There's nothing more important than right here, right now, Lord. So we just invite you into this session here today. We thank you for all that you're doing. Lord, I pray that people who are lacking on their goals, that they stop lacking, Lord. People who are putting things off to the side. I pray that they would no longer put it to the side, Lord. I pray that they would take the proper steps and that they would do what's required, Lord, to get what's desired. So we thank you for giving us visions and giving us hopes. We thank you for giving us a plan, a guide map, and we just love the fact that you've called us to be free. So we thank you for it, Lord, and we give you all the glory here in advance. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 Man, some of you guys, is a word for you today. Whatever you've been slacking in and lacking in, you need to really start making it a priority in your life. I don't know. It's just, the Lord is just speaking all over that today. Just some of you guys know what you need to do, and you just ain't doing it. And you got to break that, man. You got to break that. You got to toughen up. You got to, as life gets tough, you got to be tougher. Trust in God's plan. Screw the enemy. The enemy doesn't want you to win. Enemy wants you to lose. That's why he don't want you to do the things that you're doing. But you got to break through that, man. You got to break through that. And the word is for someone here today. And if you've been struggling with that, just know that God has sent me here today to speak to you through this live stream to tell you stop lacking on your priority actions. All right? All right? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and get started here today. Today is the 23rd of May. It is Friday. Let's go. Friday. A lot of you guys are stunned. Like, is he talking about me? I didn't even see that many amens in the chat today. Yeah, we're talking about you, right? We're talking about you. You know what it is. You know the area it is. It might not even be in your trading. It might be in a whole different area of your life. But the Lord's telling me to tell you to get it together here today. All right? Anyway, 23rd here, Friday. Let's go get it. There's CAD retail sales coming in. Other than that, there's just a bunch of Fed meetings going on. There shouldn't be anything too crazy. We should be able to just follow price action and have a pretty smooth day ahead of us. It looks like the Clubhouse bags are stacked here today. As I can see, Clubhouse bags are full. A+ trades. That's awesome, man. I'm super happy to hear that. But let's see what we can come up with here in the New York session. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. No news here today. I would kind of keep an eye out for this CAD news. Excuse me. We may get some volume off of that. But other than that, let's follow some price action here today and see what we could pull out. All right. Cool. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis. If you guys can, give the stream a like here if you haven't already. If you're not subbed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's see if we can get this channel to 50,000 subs here by like summertime. I think we could do it. I think we can do it. I know it's a stretch, but I think we can get it done. All right, let's rock and roll here. Let's do a fresh analysis here on gold, and let's take a look at what's happening here on the daily. So real quick, if someone in Zoom can just give me a little thumbs up or thumbs down about the music and the volume, please. Quickly, too. Good. Good? Okay, a little loud? Okay, let me lower it a little bit. All right, cool. That should be good. What up, YOLO Trader? He's here, baby. He's here. All right, let's do our thing here. So let's talk about gold. This is the daily time frame on gold, and it looks like yesterday's candle did end up closing bearish, right? So we closed bearish on yesterday's candle after just moving up quite a bit here. So ultimately, it looks like price was trying to maybe do a fake out, right? Maybe some sort of a fake out. For price to come back below this range here, but it never ended up really working out. As you can see now, gold is pushing up. We've broken the highs here. We got a clean range moving up. You got all-time highs sitting at 35.07, and we'll see, man, if price wants to juice up here. So it looks like we're trying to create support exactly where we created support last time, which is right here. Right here. So last time we weren't really able to make the move up. You know, we ended up kind of coming down here. So let's just see. I mean, there's also another, I know it doesn't look like it, but there's like another resistance level sitting right there as well. So it's very hard to see, but it's right here. So very curious to see what we do at this zone. You know, you got all that there. Are we going to reject it? Are we going to push through today? We are beginning to break the previous daily candle highs now. So we are getting a bit of a strong move up here pre-New York, New York. So let's take a look at the 4-hour. Let's see what that looks like as we approach these highs here. So yeah, we are approaching the 4-hour highs now. So we're blowing through them, by the way, right? We kind of broke the highs here. You had this resistance level. We're just smoking through it at this point, coming through here. I'm very curious to see what we're going to do at this level right there, right? This is a pretty strong resistance level here. Will we tap it and then reject, or what's going to happen, right? We're kind of calling for a new pullback in a way, right? We got this uptrend kind of moving. If we can get this little pullback maybe and then continue driving bullish, that would be pretty nice here. But I am very, very bullish right now on gold as we're moving on up. I would say we're a little bit overextended, right, in my opinion, on like a 4-hour chart now, but we are very, very bullish here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour, because the 1 hour is starting to move up pretty, or did move up on the last 1 hour candle pretty nicely here. So you have resistance, right? You have some sort of other resistance over here, and we close right below it. So this may be time for a little bit of a pullback on the 1 hour, just to continue moving up now, right? So we still have clean range, I would say, going up towards like 75 here, but we're beginning to run right into this resistance, right, at 49.50. So let's see what we do there. We did kind of close right below it. We're starting to reject a little bit. Let's take a look at the 30. Yeah, I think we just had one big monster candle here, so I would expect a little bit of a pullback and then we go long again. So yeah, that's it. Maybe New York Open pulls us back, and then 9.15 sets us up for the longs again. Yeah, something like this. Bearish candle, right? Something like that. And then we get opportunities to go long after supports are formed. And now we can fill the wicks here, right? Kind of move up, something like that. So yeah, we'll see what happens. If any of you guys are in this buy though, I think it was pretty clean. Now that I'm looking at it here off the 15, and yeah, I would say the 15-minute time frame probably looked the best. Closure above. Yeah, clean move. Clean. I was not at the desk yet, so just got to the desk right now. Just got here. So okay, so that's gold. So we'll see if we can get a little pullback on gold. So that way we can continue to take buys and stuff. But other than that, you got to wait now. Unless you want to take buys way up here, you know, that's on you. But, you know, I'd rather not do that. So let's wait for some sort of a little pullback, and then we'll go take more buys. Yes, sir. Pipski and Dipski. Trump? Yeah, Trump might be. He's out here. Trump, been very difficult to deal with. Recommended 50% tariffs on European Union to start June 1st. June 1st. Okay. So that's probably why we're getting big volume here right now. 15-minute. Yeah, that happened on the 15 breakout there. I think, yeah, pre-New York took buys in the clubhouse. I think it was like 35 pips. So, 35 pips. What a move. What a move. All right, let's take a look at the NASDAQ here too real quick. Holy. We got bladers. Wow. Okay, this is nice. I was waiting for a nice pullback here on NQ. So yesterday we closed bullish, but it was a little bit of more of a weaker closure, right? So it wasn't that strong of a bullish candle. As you can see, price kind of came down, broke the lows, and now we're continuing to head south here. So let's go see what that looks like on the 4 hour. 4 hour now back into this support level here, right? So let's see what we're gonna do. This was the whole range that we wanted to fill. Remember, we were looking at NQ. We were thinking about it here, right? But we came back up. I think we caught one of these moves. I forget which one it was, but look, we've never really gotten any clear closures for entries, even though we cleaned the whole range up. So just because you move down and like you planned on trading that zone, just because you didn't get your opportunity doesn't mean anything, right? There's going to be more moves if you're going to be trading for years to come, right? So never FOMO in or try and chase any volume or anything like that. That doesn't line up with your plan. So we are coming into support level now. This is one candle here, right? So 1 4 hour candle just drove down, tapping into support. Let's see what the 1 hour looks like. 1 hour, yeah, I think 1 hour's got support here too. So 1 hour support. We closed, you know, we don't have a top wick or anything right now. We just tapped into support. 30 minutes should look the same. 15 minute, yeah. So you need a pullback. If you want to remain bearish, it's fine, but you need a pullback, right, to make more opportunity to take sells. So pretty much gold needs a little move down to keep going up. NQ needs a little move up to keep going down right now. So that's pretty much it. The big volume push on both pairs just came through in pre-New York, I guess, and now we got to wait here. We're gonna have to wait. Gonna have to wait. Does it look a little bit overextended? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. It happened fast. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. Let me take a look at the 5 minute. Yeah, it looked like one big push on the 5. Let's see how gold did. Yeah, one big push on the 5 minute. 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minute candles. Yeah, it looks like we took off right away, hesitated for a few minutes, and then pushed right back up. Yeah, 10 minutes and it was done, I guess. Nice. Who caught this move? Anyone? Anyone take it? I know they took buys in the clubhouse. I think, did you guys take partials at the resistance maybe though, right? That's what I would have done. Yeah, makes sense. 35 pips, I think you said. Pre-New York? Yeah, pre-New York. Nice, nice. Trump also threatened Apple with tariffs. Holy. I don't use Apple. Can you imagine him saying Apple? Apple. I gotta hear him say Apple once. He definitely doesn't say Apple like a normal person. Mr. George VDM is here. What's up, George? Xander's in the house too. Let's go. You guys missing each other or what, man? You guys like call each other up and stuff? How you doing, man? No? Whoa, you guys don't call each other? You gotta check up on each other, man. You guys seen that new video going around? Call your boys to say goodnight and see their reaction. You got the most gangsters dude on video like, yo, homie, what's poppin'? Chillin'. Yeah, I just call you say goodnight. What? Who's seen that? Anyone? You guys seen it? Yeah? Yeah, that was funny. What up, Ben G? Ben G in the house. OGH. What up, Billy? Yo. I'm just calling to say goodnight. Just want to make sure everybody good. I was laughing when I seen that. He was like, you alright, bro? He's like, yeah, you know, just trying to say goodnight. Oh, man. What's my thoughts on the rules on top one? I think TTE gonna dig it in them pockets, boy. I told Clay, you better be ready to sign the checks. You know what I mean? So they're signing them. They gotta make it a little harder on us. You know what I mean? We just got it like that. We just got it like that. Traders are getting good, man. They're getting good. Call him tonight, George. Call him tonight. Give him a call, man. Let's see. Great move on gold. Yeah, nice move up here on gold. Yup. Ben G just messaged me to say good morning. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Passed the 100K top one. Oh, yesterday. Nice, Joel. Nice. Let's see. Hit me up. Yo, call me on Discord tonight. Oh, man. Call me on Discord. Yeah. We're going to try. Hey, look, we're going to try and get these guys to 5. But like I just mentioned, traders are getting good. They're getting real good. I would advise everyone, by the way, to really stack these payouts and put some money aside to trade your own personal capital again at some point down the road in the future. You know, don't just go ball out and stuff like that and not have any money later, right? I would advise you guys to stack your bread and invest your bread right now. For the next year, don't even buy stupid stuff. Don't even do anything. Put off certain things that maybe you are going to cost you a lot of money and get prepared, because traders are getting really good, right? And then you got communities like this that are really like helping people tie it together. So we're going to take full advantage of these opportunities with these prop firms while they're here. But like I said, I mean, a lot of all these firms, they're all changing rules all the time because, you know, the traders are just getting really good at extracting money out of the markets. So I would prepare for live accounts in the future. Yeah, I'm going to keep rolling with the props, though, as long as I can. Right? You know, milk them. We're going to milk them. We're going to milk them. But one day, the milk might run out. So we're going to have to go back into the... By the way, you'll love trading your live account, too. Like, once you actually have some money, it's a little boring trading your own capital when you're trading like $500, right? But if you got $5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand, 50 grand, 100 grand, I mean, it's awesome. Milk it to the fullest, baby. Milk it to the fullest. The milkman, baby. Send some clips in. Amazing. Yeah, any of you guys are good at clipping things into reels, especially like some of the like important pieces of maybe like that we cover here on the live stream. We're looking to hire somebody to make like reels for us, and someone who just has a knack, who's very easy to talk with, work with. If you guys are good at that stuff like editing, and you want a shot at helping me out with the reels and stuff, email us some of your work so that way we could take a look, and send the email to info@timetoeattrading.com. Please, I would love to see your work and kind of see, you know, if somebody can fit what I'm looking for. Clip up some TTE content though, please. Don't show us like some work you did from last year, you know, like actually show us how you can go into our live streams, pull good content, good little glitches. I mean, not glitches, but good little like segments, and clip it up for me. Appreciate y'all. We do a little personal. Yeah. George, how we feeling today? Why gold futures? Why not? I love gold. I love trading gold. I love trading futures. So gold futures it is. ASFX in the house. Hey, we got $2 here. Appreciate that, bro. Tell them who won golf yesterday. All right, Clay and Austin won. They got off to a good start. They took a 4-stroke lead. Me and Joe played well. We dominated most of the mid game, but man, it was tied up. How did it go? They took 4 strokes early on. We played a good game, made all throughout the game, you know, probably tied a bunch of holes. Me and Joe came back. I think me and Joe took a 2-stroke lead at one point, and then on the 17th hole, it just fell apart. Yeah, 17th hole, Clay, I forget if it was Clay or Austin, but one of these guys dropped it on the green, and it was over. Yeah, so I forget, what was the end score? Did we lose by 1? 1 or 2? I think it was 1. I forget. But it was a good game. It was a well-fought game. I always enjoy playing with Austin and Clay. It's good competition. The putt, I was hitting some putts. Joe hit a big putt too yesterday, but you know, they walked away with the victory. That's why I'm trying to tell Austin, don't move, man. There's too much money out here on the golf course and too much fun. It wasn't filmed, so it didn't happen? Yeah, kinda. We didn't get it on film, so. Joe was full of cookies. Yeah, Joe played pretty good too. Joe played pretty good. I think we all played a good round. Yeah. Clay, I think Clay played a great round. I think us three played good rounds. But Clay's also been playing a bunch. Clay's been playing a bunch the last couple weeks. How we looking here, Muhammad? Let's see. Let's take a look. Beautiful, bro. Beautiful. Following the plan. Clean trades, clean days. Looks nice, bro. Looks nice. No need to force trades, right? Typically, red days are coming up through forced trades and things like that. So when you don't force anything, you let the actual playbook just come to you. I mean, it's becomes pretty easy at that point. Is it better to buy a monthly challenge or just an instant sim? I don't think there's a better, like, I don't think one's better than the other. I have both. I have instant sim and the other stuff, so I don't know. Just instant funding's pretty good because you get straight to the money, right? But for some reason, I'm like a little old school, and I like doing the evaluation stuff and then getting the account. I don't know. I don't think there's one that's better than the other. I think whatever fits what you're trying to accomplish works. Let's see here. Zoom, how we feeling, Zoom? I learned gold trading a few months ago on forex. Started with demo account a few weeks ago. Yup, got too confident. Started trading with live money. Lost it all. Sounds about right. It was all too soon. It was too focused on the money. Yup, sounds right. Just got into a futures account yesterday. $89 for 100K. Perfect. Excited to dive into the academy. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. You know, this is a skill set, right? It takes time to learn a skill set. You're not going to just jump in here right away. I mean, if I was going to try and speak Spanish tomorrow, right, I'm not going to just jump in and speak fluently, right? There's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be a couple little mistakes. You may look stupid here and there, right? I may say some things in Spanish that just don't sound right. That's how, you know, learning occurs, just by diving in, making some mistakes, staying as close as you can, though, to the proven path. No need to get off the beaten path too much, right? That's where the market will beat you up. If you can stick on edge, stay on edge, and learn from there, and make edge mistakes, right? Make mistakes that line up with you just trying to understand the edge better, so that we can help you tailor it and adjust it, and you're gonna be good to go. Gonna be good to go. I'm gonna be at the meetup. No if, Zyper. Ain't no if. I'm gonna be at the meetup. Yeah, I like it. I like it, bro. The account's paying for the trip. It's already done. This is my 5th green day or week. My 5th green day week. So 5th green day week, so 5th green week. Okay? All starting to come together. Been grinding for 4 months, blowing some accounts, trying to figure the system out. Yeah, you are onto something. You are onto something. You know, what you're onto is you're onto the fact that you got leakage, and now you're beginning to find the leakage and plug them holes, right? And now that you have found like some of the things that are holding you back from really having the edge dialed in, man, now it's just about making those adjustments on the day-to-day basis. That's it. That's all it is. Some people, it takes them 5 years to learn that. Some people, it takes them 5 months. Some people never get that, right? That's really all this is. Sticking close to edge, making the adjustments, getting better and better and better and better over time, right? Not over a day or a night, but over many nights. And then, you know, eventually looking back and saying, hey, look, I'm pretty green. I've been green the last 5 days, the last 5 weeks, or whatever it is. And all of a sudden you feel like you're onto something, and it's because you are. All right, we got a closure here. So I'm certainly not taking any sells, but if we do get a strong bullish closure back above, I like the buys. If not, I'm totally cool with hanging out and waiting for a little bit of a better pullback, right? Something like, you know, that comes down a little bit more, and then just sitting and waiting on support here. Yeah, we get support. Look to take more buys up. You're on a sell right now. All right, best of luck, my friend. I think we're super bullish, but yeah, sells could work out as long as you respect the highs up here, you know, and break the lows. We could get that bigger pullback that we're looking for. I wouldn't mind either. I don't mind if this candle closes above. I'll probably be into taking a trade there, or if we come down a little further and create support down there. Either one I'm cool with. I think we were clean up until what, 76, 75? Yeah, 75 up here. So yeah, doesn't matter to me. Breakout, onion, either one I'm cool with. When is golf? Tomorrow or Sunday? I think we're gonna play Sunday. If anyone is in Tampa on Monday and you guys want to come hang out, we're going to do a bit like a little charity work down in Tampa. So if you guys want to pull up, you're more than welcome. Let's go, DJ Scratches. You're right on it. Right on it. TK, how we feeling? All right, let's see what's going to happen here. 15-minute now, trying to push back up. Yeah, we're very, very bullish here on gold. Very bullish. Daily breaking the highs. How do you manage risk per trade? Because I hear that you don't focus too much on the risk reward. Give some explanation. Yeah, so basically, like, if the conditions are in my favor, right? So let's say you have this beautiful breakout show up, right? And there's just clean range to the left, right? Just beautiful market conditions. Price is bullish. Let's say that this is the previous 4-hour candle high, right? We're breaking that high. We're creating a brand new support. We get a beautiful closure that leaves a beautiful wick, right? Let's say leaves something like that. And then the next candle drives down, gives a beautiful wick, right? All things that I want to see. Volume coming in, right? Clean traffic to the left. Everything looking just spiffy. This is where I'm going to consider all the conditions, right? And I'm going to say, hey, this is lining up to be an A+ setup. So this is where I'm going to go bigger, right? This is where I'm going to go. Maybe I'll risk like, let's just say like 5 contracts, right? On something like this. And we'll go up because this makes for a much better trade according to my playbook. So I'm more confident in this trade. And in most cases, this one will work out, right? But let's just redo the conditions here, right? Let's say that instead of what I just spoke about, let's say that this candle kind of closed like this, and you know, it's got this little wick on it, and there's some rejections over here. There's a couple wicks in the way from other candles, right, that kind of came up before. And let's say that you know, the higher time frame is maybe not exactly where I would like it to be. Maybe it's in a I don't know, maybe it's in resistance area, right? And then kind of price to the left doesn't even look that good. It's almost like there's a little, you know, like things don't really line up, right? So those are conditions where I'll say, hey, look, you know, we got a playbook set up, but it's a little choppy to the left. There's some wicks, the 4 hours in resistance. I mean, I know we're closing strong bullish. We got the playbook set up here, but I think I'm going to lower my size in this case, right? Because things aren't lining up exactly how I want to see them. Although we're still getting a A-plus playbook setup, the conditions are a little skewed to kind of not be in our favor as much, right? So on a trade like this is where I'll probably go with one contract. And that's pretty much how I do it. You know, I get a feel for the condition of the market, and then I go in like that. This trade will also be managed a lot quicker, right? So if things don't go the way I want them to, I'll be getting out of this position a lot quicker, managing it. Where in the other one, I'll let that one go because I have more trust and confidence in it. And yeah, that's like a quick explanation. Just kind of searching around, having my antenna out, understanding what's taking place in the market, and then sizing up or down according to it. Took celeries, nice. Could you apply the target tap concept to gold right now? Yeah, but I wouldn't. I would never like go against gold when it's on a bullish rally, ever. So you see that first 30-minute, see that closure right there, right? Think about this. If you see that closure, who else sees the closure? Everyone. All the newbie rookie traders who are out there this morning trying to get a good post for Instagram, thinking that they're going to call the top right here, like that they're actually going to do that, like that no one else sees that resistance level, right? So what happens is sellers enter right here, right? And then they all get smoked up trying to call the top. So I don't like to go against gold when gold is in bullish rallies like this. So in order for me to actually take a sell on gold, I would need like a strong support, and then like a move up, and then a move below it. And then maybe, just maybe at that point, I'll take my sells and go against the actual bullish bias in the target tap concept. Like, you know what I mean? Other than that, this thing could just continue ripping up. Like, we're just seeing gold do that way too much. Trust me, I used to try and call the top too, as if I was doing something special. Like, look, I know it's going to sell off from here. Why? Because there's a red candle there? So you just got to, you know, take your experience and run with it. And in my experience, I never enter off the first red candle or the first, like, resistance that's being formed. Unless we're bearish, you know. But in this case, we're not bearish. What up, Johnny Gems? How we feeling, bro?
Yo, yo, yo. What's
How
up,
you
brother?
doing?
How you doing? What's good, man?
How are you?
Feeling good, bro. Blessed and highly favored. How you doing?
Nice buys earlier.
Yeah, bro. Lovely, lovely buys. Playbook setups.
You still in
beautiful. It? Nah, I wish. Chad, I should have held. Damn it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, would've.
Shoulda, coulda, who? Shoulda, coulda, who?
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, bro.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah. How you doing, bro? Good?
Amazing. Yeah, amazing. Ready to go. Big Friday here.
Big Friday, bro. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, chat.
Yes, sir.
What's
Big
good,
things
y'all?
happening today.
Yes, sir. Big things. Hope everyone's feeling good. Goldie Juice Box.
That's a good question, Byron. Like optimizing one strategy, improving criteria, you know, or is it about like recognizing that the edge has limits? That's honestly a great question. I think personally you can make tailored adjustments just due to your own personality and your experience in the market. So me and Raja, who I've learned mainly from, I would say we trade like 85% of the time we're thinking the same thing. But like then there's that other like 15% of the time, 20% of the time where like he's gonna like something that I don't, or I'm gonna like something that he might not like, and that I think is just based off of our own individual experience in the market together. So although we're both trading the same system, sometimes our own individual experience may guide us a little bit better. Like sometimes Raja doesn't really care about bottom wicks. I do, right? Because I don't like getting stopped out quickly. I want to get into a trade and like get into the setup. You know what I mean? Like have a good nice stop loss, a good TP, and let it go. Where Raja will be very quick to get out of certain trades. So like everyone's gonna have their own personality to it, but I do think that there is a line like where some people can start to really overanalyze, like analysis paralysis, and try and like do too much. So I think you just get it to the basic system that becomes profitable to you, and then slowly kind of tweak and adjust and, you know, go about it like that. I think your whole career is a never-ending journey of tweaking and adjusting. So I don't want to say that there's like a limit to the edge, because there probably isn't, but I would say find what works, and then don't try and skew it too much. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts, bro.
Do you go live with the members of the clubhouse for every session? Yeah, typically. Yeah, usually. Yeah, I didn't this week I didn't trade London a few days. I didn't trade pre-New York. This week actually was the first week where I only traded the New York session and Asian session. Yeah, I think I traded London twice this week.
Well, Asian session made up for it this week.
Yeah, and that's really only because I was like super green in Asian.
Yeah.
Like made like $1,500 in Asian, so I'm like got the move there.
Yeah.
Can the playbook be used to swing trade? Yeah, it can. You just got to use it on different time frames. So you see how I like looking for entries on 1530 and getting a read off the 4 hour? So in your case, like as a swing trader, you would just get your read off like what? Like the daily or the weekly, and then maybe start entering, looking for playbook positions on like the 4 hour chart, you know, to kind of run up. Like look, if you would have took this inverted celery here on the 4 hour as a swing trader, kept your stops below there, target right here, that would have played out perfect for like 400 pips, and that is just like what we would do on a 15 or 30 minute time frame. So you see how candles are candles regardless of the time frame. Now
Yeah,
obviously
market patterns. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say market patterns and market trends repeat themselves on every single time frame
Yeah,
because it's all candlesticks.
yeah, and like I was gonna say too, like obviously you're gonna have, and if you're a swing trader, you know this, but you're gonna have bigger stops, bigger TPs, smaller size, I guess, right, to hold the swing trade. But yeah, I mean it works well. You know, you got onions, you got breakouts happening all over. All over.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, over analysis could be pretty bad sometimes. Keep you out of trades, things like that.
Yeah, analysis paralysis usually will happen when you're like looking for perfection. You're looking for some sort of certainty. You know, you think you have some sort of control over the next outcome of the trade, but yeah, no, I think if that's what you're struggling with, you really need to look to execute trades when you see probabilities in your favor, because we're in a probability market, not certainties, right? So we're not looking to be perfect. We're looking to execute when probabilities are in our favor, right? That's what taking an educated bet means, you know?
Yep. True. All right, we got a closure here. So we are going to close bullish. We are going to close above the zone. 94 pips above the zone though. So let's see. So 30-minute, yeah. Let's see how we do it. 30-minute close as well here, I think, right? Oh, 30 still has 15 minutes on it. Okay, so let's see if we can get like a steep bottom wick. If not, I wouldn't mind holding off for like a celery play too here at 9 a.m. For that next set of volume to come in as well, right? So you got 9, 9:15, 9:30 showing up here. So unless you get like a steep wick to the downside and then break the highs, I'll just probably wait for a 15 celery here. Yeah, make sure the 30 can close above. So as long as the 30 closes above, that means the 15-minute closes above as well, and then that'll lead us probably, you know, up towards like 75.
Yeah. What's up, Colonial Ruffs? Yeah, that trade in pre and while was taken off the 15-minute because we had what?
No, you're good.
We had a 15-minute, you know, onion that we like to say, but yeah, 30 inverted celery. So it was taken off the 15-minute because we were in a range, but we had 50 pips of clean range, and we also had a bullish bias, right, based on the 4-hour candle being bullish, and 1 hour tapping support. So yeah, when the 15-minute created that support with 50 pips of clean range to move up, you know, I figured it looked pretty good, especially with the correlation through the 30-minute being an inverted celery, the 1 hour rejecting support, and the 4 hour being bullish. You know, I thought the probabilities were high. That we could move up.
Yep, they were.
And I wasn't looking to be, you know, I wasn't looking to have a certain outcome here, but just looking for the probabilities to be in my favor. Just like Nick always does as well.
Yeah. What if your A+ setup goes against you and you lose? It doesn't affect your P&L? It does, and you gotta catch it back up. You know what I mean? So like, that's the one good thing about having a pretty high win rate, is that some of those losses you get them back within a trade or two. You know, even if you do take it on the bigger, even if you do take a loss like on the bigger sized up trade, just because the win rate is so good, it doesn't really affect things over the course of like a month or whatever. Because I don't really look at results on a day, right? I look at them throughout the month, and you know, throughout the month that loss is so diluted that it doesn't even make a difference in the P&L. I mean, it does, right? It makes a difference, but it doesn't make much of a difference in regards to, you know, the results that I'm looking to get. All right, yeah, we're probably gonna wait on the 30 here. Make sure the 30 closes above 33.50, and then be able to see if we can kind of push up into this range and fill that wick over there at yeah, right here at 75. Yeah, and the reason I want to wait for like another batch of volume too, just because we got a lot of like chop right here. If you see price, the line right here, that's what current price is. So just a lot of chop here too. So if we would have closed a little lower to the range, leaving us more room, that would be good. But I think a 30 closure would be best here. It's also an hour closure as well. Any course? Yeah, there's a course right now in the clubhouse. Yeah, maybe we'll release it in the summertime for sure.
For summer training.
Summer training, yeah. WJDZW, brother. Let's go. Amazing, man.
Let's go, JDZ. Amen, bro.
Amazing. Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
That's what I love to hear.
Love it.
That's what drives us, man.
Bluetooth.
Seeing people take value that impacts their life.
Bro, that's
beautiful.
insane. Blown over 200 accounts, man. 200 accounts. That's a major victory, right? Now being able to be 2 payouts deep, working on your third, like it's just a trusting in God. Like, come on. I mean, that's just amazing, bro. You earned it and you're deserving it. That's why you're gonna get it. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Do what's required. Get what you desire. Attaboy JDZ. What up, Zyper? When we having that barbecue, man? Whenever. Yeah, I gotta book my flights for me, Nick, and Magnus, I guess, as well. As long as you make me some steak and burgers, I'm there. Yeah, Zyper, where are you from again? Yeah, do it right away. Sweden? Okay, nice, bro. I've seen pictures of Sweden. It's beautiful, yeah. So one day I'm gonna come down there to visit you, man. We'll have a little barbecue. But what's good, chat? How's everyone doing? YouTube, how you doing? What's up, Clubhouse? How's everyone's trading day going? What's up, Pirate Game? No, I took profits. What's up, fun lover? I did take profits on that trade. Yep. Yeah, it was a sniper close because we came right back down before juicing back up. Yeah, no, I took profits when we were coming back up to the resistance zone. Yeah, take my profits there. What's up, Stewie? What's good, man? What's up, Bone? What's good, man? Morning, Thomas. Yeah, Brian. I mean, I think treating trading like a business is understanding like you have certain requirements. You know, there's like a job of you. You know, you're required to do certain things in order for your business to grow. So, I mean, I think that's how it be. You know, treating trading like a business is understanding that there's certain requirements of you here today, right? For an example, like this is my business, right? So I understand that the requirement of me today to grow my business is to follow my trading plan, right? That's what's required of me. You know, being patient, being disciplined, that's what's required of me. So yeah, it's not like a hobby. It's not something like we're just like, you know, trying to have a bunch of fun. It's more so we're dialed in on, you know, sticking to what's required of us to get what we desire. So, I mean, that's kind of the mindset shift I've developed as well with treating trading like a business. There's requirements that I have to take action on. How long have I been trading for? I've been learning how to trade, started learning how to trade since late 2020, early 2021. Yeah, you know, Nick was trading in like 2020. And I always seen him, you know, looking at the charts and learning, watching courses, and I got interested in it, you know, and yeah, slowly after that I started to learn as well, you know, after Nick got into it. So about like 4 years now, a little over 4 years.
And by the way,
since the womb.
When John said like we're not here to have fun, we're here to follow our plan, be disciplined, be professional, like, and he said the mindset switch that happened was that now became fun. Being professional, being patient, being disciplined. That's fun to us now, right? So where some people want to have fun by gambling and getting in and out and raising their dopamine levels, we raise our dopamine levels and we have fun by being disciplined, by being willing to regulate and make sure we're being professionals in our craft and treating it like a business and actually making money, right? So, you know, that will become fun for you. And by the way, it's much funner. Is funner a word?
Yeah.
Is
No,
funner?
it's not.
Funner? Well, I don't care.
It's much
It's going to
more
be a
fun.
word today. It's much funner. All right? To follow the plan because you're making money, right? Isn't that what you guys want to do here? Make money? Let's make some money. Boring and fun. Yeah.
It's funner.
It's funner. It's certainly funner. Right? When you got
fun.
money in your pockets.
Yeah. It's fun to do what's required of you because you get the results you want.
Yeah.
But it's not fun when we're not getting the results we want.
Bum, bum.
What's up, JR? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'll send the trade in the chat right now, brother. Simple playbook setup.
I gotta show you guys this. Remember we were talking about Lindsay yesterday. Like this was the message that I sent her. Right here. I said this was October 26, 2020. And I said, that's awesome. I'm really excited about becoming a full-time trader. I'm married with a baby on the way. My biggest vision is to be free with my family. This almost 6 years ago. Isn't that crazy? So I wasn't born a trading guru. I wasn't born with these A+ setups. I wasn't born with the high win rates, right? Like, this has all been worked for, all been earned. It takes hours and hours of chart time, takes hours of paying attention, of dialing it in, of making the mistakes, of learning from them, growing from them. You know, this is years in the making. So that just showing you guys, like, I'm just a normal guy just like you. I was asking for advice in here. I just cut the rest of the conversation out, but you know, I was asking for advice because I wanted nothing more than to be free with my family, right? So I locked in, I honed in, and yeah, it probably took about another 3 years from there, 2 years, 2.5 years from there, but you know, it came together. So there's hope, man. There's hope. I was in the same position you guys were in, trust me. Shout out to Lindsay for even answering my messages there and just helping me out.
What up, Lindsay? Yep, and that was late 2020.
That was 2020. That was October 2020, man. Was just trying to get it together. I was just hoping I could do it. But I knew I had the work ethic. I knew I had the desire. I knew I had the willingness to go get it, you know. And I knew that the plan was for me, right? So I just got very steadfast, bulldog mentality, and just showed up every single day, whether it was to the live streams that Raja or Don were doing, to simulation sessions, to studying the charts, to reviewing my trades, to trying to pick other people's brain, to watching every single podcast I could possibly find on day trading. Like, there's a lot, you know what I mean? So if you're just trying to skate by here playing Call of Duty, it ain't gonna work, G. It ain't gonna work. You gotta get to work, you know, and then in the future, you're, you know, you can have the things that you want to. 70 pips. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations.
That is facts, bro.
Boom, boom. Do I have a pre-market routine? I do. Yeah, I have a morning routine. So my morning routine gets done every day. That's what basically, it's like this sandwich that keeps my day together, you know, one piece of the bread. It's one of the pieces. I got a good morning routine, good night routine. I try and systemize my day when I can, but I'm also pretty, at this point, as you can see, free with my family, because I was willing to chase my dream and, you know, accept it and align with it. I don't even want to say chase it. I was willing to align with it. I was willing to accept that it was already mine, right? And I lined up with it, and it came to me. I didn't go chase it. So let me take those words back. But yeah, I try and systemize my day. Not every day, because again, you know, I want to have a open calendar. Like, people message me all the time, like asking me, hey, we want to scale your business and do other things that I'm working on. And I'm like, I'm good, because I'm kind of where I want to be. So I don't need a huge workload every day. But I do kind of try and stay in line and stay productive throughout the day. I'm at the break-even stage. I'll be in the winning streak for a couple days. Then one loss will take a big hit. Yep, same stuff that happened for me. What would you recommend? Yeah, I would recommend, if you take a loss, call it a day. I would recommend sticking to one trade a day. Win, you finish up. Loss, you finish up. And I would do that for a couple weeks. And I would begin to train yourself to be selective, take the right opportunities, stay out of moves that, you know, are just big moves, because a lot of times it's not that one loss that really messes it up. You know, it's a good winning week and then one losing day. You know, people don't usually tend to lose all their winnings in one trade. It's usually the trade after that and the trade after that and the trade after that that determines whether or not you have crawled your way back to break even desperately that day, or if you have blown an account, right? So, you know, I would just take one trade a day for the next couple weeks, and I think you'll see an improvement. Because if you're break even, you don't have to do more. You don't have to learn more. You just got to do less.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me, over trading, over risking.
Yeah. Every problem in trading stems from A, over trading, or B, over risking. It all comes from, they're all dialed in through one of those two main lines or whatever.
And why do we create these problems for ourselves? Well, because we're so focused on making money and not focused on the process of trading our edge.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to be detached from the outcome here. Focus on the process of trading.
Yep. See how some of you guys right now, you're like, please, Gold, please make the bottom wick, please, please. All right, it's not making, I'll just enter here. Like me, I'm looking at it like, I don't even care. I don't care if we make a bottom wick, don't make a bottom wick, break the highs, don't break the highs. I don't care about anything until my setup is here. Once the setup's here, I pay close attention to see if I can get the entry, and then I enter. Good trades come to you, right? Good trades fall right into your lap. You shouldn't have to dig too much for them. They're very obvious, you know. I think, Fred, I think you got on that account, you would have to, depending on what size it is, you'd have to get 6%, 5%, I believe, to take the payout. I don't think you can't take it after the very first day. Yeah, so we need a lower wick. You know what I mean? This is a new hourly candle. It's also a new 30-minute candle. It's also a new 15-minute candle. So going to need a bit of a lower wick here, and then potential, you know, opportunities, but we'll see.
You see, I'm looking at that resistance at 67.
Yeah, this one here, right? 67
yeah.
Or 63?
No, 67 and 63.
67, but, yeah. Did we tap that? Is that what we tapped?
Pretty much. We're very close to it.
Yep. I think anything above 50 at this point remains bullish, but like I said, you could get a little bit of a pullback, you know, before kind of launching back up. Yeah, so you can know the direction in trading, but if you're off on the time, you lose. You know what I mean? So like, we can know it's going up, but you know, price action may need to come down right before going up, especially if we have that wick now. So like, now that we have this wick here, right, if this could be like 9 a.m. to 9:15 and then 9:15 to 9:30, right, comes down here, we remain above this, which is 33.50, right, and then all of a sudden we get 9:30 as an inverted celery or something, right, where price kind of wicks down, attempts to fill the wick, and as it comes back up, breaks the highs. That would be a shot at taking an impulse trade for price to move back up. Something like that, a little inverted celery type deal. Impulse entry, break of the highs. Yeah, 15 close celery, but I wouldn't take that if it was a new 1 hour candle. The 1 hour really, I would like to see a wick on the 1 hour. So yeah, I know it's a celery on the 15. If this was all within the 1 hour candle and then the 1 hour already had its wick, then I would 100% be down to take that. But if it's the new 1 hour candle, then not so much. Does that make sense, or did I butcher that? Basically what I'm saying is if the 1 hour candle had already, so let's say the 1 hour candle started from down here and it looked like this right now. So that candle already had its lower wick, and then within this 1 hour candle, the 15-minute pushed up without making a lower wick, that's where I would get in it. But if it's a brand new 1 hour candle itself, I'll wait on that wick. Yeah, cool. That was something I realized. Yeah, you seen that in back testing too? Yeah. Like if the higher time frame already has the low, then I'll be much more like aggressive in getting in on the 15, but when the 1 hour doesn't, it's tough. Asia session trade? I don't think we didn't take a trade in Asian last night.
almost.
Honestly, I feel like I don't even remember Asian session last night. I really don't.
I remember because I was hosting it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
That's right.
Yeah, we almost got into some buys, but we didn't get a lower wick,
That's right.
so
Yeah.
no buys.
So we continue to say the same things, wait for our wicks, but it keeps us green, man. It really does.
It did. It saved us because price. Guess what?
Yeah, it made a
Came
huge
back
lower
down and
wick.
made a low. Yep.
Where was that again?
But after it made a lower wick, it did continue to juice up, I believe. I think that was like around 8 or 9 p.m. Like 9 p.m. I think.
Yeah, I forget. What about if the 4-hour doesn't have a lower wick? Yeah, so it just depends on where that is at that point. So like, let's say the 4-hour didn't have a lower wick, but we were kind of pushing up heavy, breaking highs. Sometimes that means that, so there's two things that no lower wick means, right? Either one, it's going to come back down to make a lower wick, right? Because 85% of candles have those top and bottom wicks. Or two, there's just so much volume and so much momentum in a candle that it doesn't give the lower wick or bottom wick. Now it's up to you as the trader to determine the condition of the market and figure out what it means. So when I see a position all the way up here, I'm not buying that, right? This thing's coming back down, right? If it's like overextended. But if you got like a candle that was like close to a support or a resistance and began to start pushing up like on that chart, then I think it's most likely going to keep moving up. But not in this case. I wouldn't trust that right here. I would definitely wait for this lower wick. Where we could trade with no lower wick? Yeah, I would say like the example I just brought up about like if you have a lower wick already on the 1 hour or the 30-minute time frame and the 15 is like giving you this celery type of play, I'll be honest, I still like having a little something there, right? But this is the only time I would really execute. And then other than that, you have to feel the volume out, right? Like whether or not this candle's moving because it's moving with volatility and it's not coming back, or if it's going to be coming back for the bottom wick, right? So in this case, I don't feel like there's extreme amount of volatility in the market right now, right? So I wouldn't even do it here. But like, let's say 9:30 comes around, we start seeing a lot of volume through 9:15 into 9:30, then that may be a time where I, will just execute without like much of a lower wick. But that's been a hard one for me. It's been very hard to convince me it's been very hard to convince me over the years to get in without these wicks, because I've just seen it too many times where it comes back, you know what I mean? And that comeback will usually bring you into drawdown, potentially even, stop you out and stuff. So
Yeah, facts, bro. Same.
I think it's a
I was
rule
thinking
that
something else.
I just don't deviate on.
Yeah. Something else like you could apply like without the lower wick maybe is like some sort of static risk or dynamic risk, where instead of risking, your full one lot, you risk like 0.2 or 0.3.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's true.
That applies good risk management. But I mean, I personally like to stick with waiting for lower wicks.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's very, very true. So like, let's say you want to risk 3 contracts on this trade, but all of a sudden price moving up without a lower wick. So what John is saying is that, you can maybe get in, put a feeler in, right? So you get in on 1 contract, you save these, right? You just get in on 1. And that way, if you're in here, at least you're in. But look, if something like this happens, which again, 85% of times it's going to happen like this, at least now you're not in with those 3 contracts, right? And you're only in on the 1, and you won't really take much of a hit. Now look, if price, let's say you have your stop down here for that 1 contract, right? But all of a sudden, price doesn't hit that, and it does exactly what we talked about, where you get a brand new support, right? This is where you can add your other 2 back in to now load up on 3 contracts here. But at least if it does run without doing that, you're in for 1 contract. And I used to do things like that. At this point in my career, I just don't feel like it's even worth it. But that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, I personally think like I don't want to put a trade on unless I really believe that the probabilities are high, like it goes in my favor. Like unless I think it's a really quality setup, I think there's no point of even putting the trade on because less is more, right?
Same.
So.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see. I'm way back on the comments in on Zoom here. Yeah, that's amazing. Process over profits. That's right. That's right. And now she's here in the clubhouse, like hanging out with us. Like this is epic. 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 Best 2 weeks of my trading career was really hard with the losses. Have a bad day. Red day always burning my account. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Futures trader. Let's go. Learning all about the wicks. The wicks don't lie, man. Wicks don't lie. Yeah. Yeah, patience. I love the fact that a lot of people just learn in patience because it's not just a meme, right? The whole trading is 90% waiting, 10% or 90% waiting and 10% executing, right? That's not just a meme. Like there's a lot of truth to that. But again, like as traders come in, they're not traders, right? They're salesmen. They're plumbers, they're electricians, they're office workers, they're all these other things besides traders, right? So they don't understand how trading should go. They don't understand the concept of more being less, because when they go to work and when they make money and when they plan their income, they plan it by doing more, right? If I do more, I get more. If I work more hours, I make more money. If I make more sales, I make more money, right? If I knock more doors, I have a higher chance of making more money. So they bring that in, right, from their outside careers and just the world as we know it, right? You do more, you get more, right? It's quote unquote, that's what they say. And then what happens is we try and bring that into trading. So we try and trade all the time. We go, you hear Johnny Gems, he goes, we're in a market full of abundance. And you're like, amazing. Like I can trade, every single moment of every single day. But then you realize it's not as easy as the IG guru made it seem, where he just presses a button and makes thousands of dollars. So now you're in this dilemma, right? And you're thinking, well, what the heck? Maybe I should just take more trades, right? If I take more trades, I'll make more money. And then you just keep losing and losing and losing. And then you come here and you sit on our live stream for 2 hours every day for a week. And we get in a trade. It takes 10 minutes. We go into profits, close the trade. And you're thinking, damn, these guys literally sat there for 2 hours talking about anything and everything in between. And then once the setup showed up, they took the trade and that was it. And I'm over here taking 10 trades a day. So how's he taking one trade? I'm taking 10 and he's making 10 times more than what I'm making. Doesn't make sense, right? So everything is it doesn't make sense in the real world, right? It's counterintuitive. So you gotta really get that to click in your brain. Otherwise you'll think you're doing good, right? Because you're doing more and doing this and trading more, but really it couldn't be further from the truth, right? Less is definitely more. Yeah. Yep. So if you are a very ambitious person, I admire that. I think you should be ambitious. If you do a lot of sales, if you make a lot of money, like amazing. But just understand, if you want to do that here, it's most likely going to take a little bit of a different approach. So like I always tell traders, you got to learn how to calm down a little bit, like cool that ambition down and understand that slow and steady wins the race here. And that's, by the way, that is extremely hard for the number one salesman at the company to wrap his head around. I promise you. So a lot of very sharp, ambitious, smart people come into trading, but they don't find any success, and that's the reason why, because they can't adjust in the jungle over here. You know, this jungle is a lot different from that jungle, and over here it takes patience, composure, waiting in the high grass to attack. You know what I mean? It's not like Rambo. It's not war out here. It's silent hunting.
Facts on facts, bro. Spitting gems.
But what do I know? You know, what do I know?
Word. I'll know. You may not know anything. That's why we all got to go out and test what you're saying. I don't know nothing. And see how it impacts our life.
Yep.
And then with the fruits of our own labor, based on your advice, we could see if your advice is impactful or not to us. We got to test it.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. So we did close. So this is our plan is kind of falling into our hands here. So will we get a support on this candle, right? Or is this candle going to drive down and we create that support a little bit more towards 33.50? And I wouldn't mind either one at this point, right? This wick right here should get filled during the higher time of volume, which the volume's coming in, you know, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45. 30-minute now officially has a lower wick. 1 hour officially has a lower wick. So as long as this thing just doesn't run on us, we should be good to get positions on the very next candle here.
So you got that new range now?
Yeah. NASDAQ, what about it? NQ just still struggling in this target tapped area. So we moved down. We're tired. Basically, price just got punched in the face by Mike Tyson, pretty much. So it's like woozing around down here. See? Doesn't know what to do. It's like, whoa, what just happened, right? So you got to let price find its footing again, right? And it's either going to find its footing, reset, and continue ripping lower, or it's going to start to break out, give you some sort of range too, and start, you know, climbing back up. So you got to wait for the market to make the decision. Yeah. Yo, what up, Rafi? Good morning. Good morning.
Rafi. Good morning, bro.
How we doing, bro? How we doing? How you doing? Hero of the day. It's DJ.
What's up, hero of the day?
Whose birthday is it? AB Mike's? Holy.
For the third time this year.
For the third time this week. You're getting old, brother. What are you, like 100 now?
Yes, sir, Rafi. Great trade this morning, man. Textbook.
See how that trade just fell right into your lap? Like, you didn't have to like think too much about it, right?
Nope. It was convincing. It convinced me to get in.
It convinced you. The trade convinced him. You heard that, chat?
Me.
Most people have to convince the market. Let me get in here. No, the market has to convince you. You are as a trader, you are a negotiator. Right? You're negotiating deals, and it's either your deal or no deal. At least that's how the strong negotiator negotiates, right? Like, he's not going to deviate. He's not going to budge on the salesman's idea of what a good deal is. He's going to come in with a good deal in mind, right? A playbook set up. We drew it up already, right? That's our deal. That's the one we're looking for. So whatever the market wants to do is going to try and get the better of us here, right? And try and sway us to take its deal. But we're not going to take the market's deal, or at least I'm not. I'm going to sit tight and wait for mine. And if mine doesn't show up, then that means there's no deal, right? So that means that there's no trade. Now, if I see something else that I may like, I'm going to draw it up and I'm going to ask the market, hey, this is what I want. will you give it to me? And then as candles close, they'll give me the answer, either yes or no. And that's how it's done. So you can draw up multiple plays throughout the day too and not take a trade. Like you can draw up ideas, aka deals, right? And see if the market will give them to you. And if it doesn't, then don't be soft. You know what I mean? Don't give in and cave in to and just take whatever, right? Take whatever the market's willing to give you, right? Let it come to you. Let it set up the way you want it to.
Facts, bro. Couldn't be more right.
Tell the market, my deal or no deal.
Yep.
That. NQ definitely Agent AB Mike. Here's a recent photo of AB Mike. Oh my God.
Whoa.
What the heck?
I knew there was a reason I'm getting gray hairs already. We're
That
out here trading the
NQ.
markets, man.
Don't go. All right, look at this. Respecting the 30 lows here. As long as we respect those 30 lows. 15 I'm not too concerned with, right? As long as we're above 33.50, I don't even care. We tap support, which is actually a good thing. 30-minute lows being respected. 1 hour lows being respected. Everything looks pretty clean to continue moving up if you get a some type of support now. Let's see. If you want to quit smoking, I mean, smoking, yeah, you probably, I mean, just like if you want to quit anything, you know, get rid of everything that is associated with it. Like, get rid of the ashtrays, get rid of the lighters, get rid of all the leftover stuff, get rid of the Ziploc bags, right? If it's normally a room that you, I don't, you know, like just anything you want to get rid of, make it so easy, right? We could talk about food, we could talk about anything, right? Let's say you want to stop eating junk food. Get all the junk food out the house, right? Get all the anything associated with it. Don't go in those aisles anymore at the grocery store. You know, you just got to make it so hard to lose that it's easy to win. That's it. You know, no matter what habit you're trying to crack. I don't think there's a good or bad. You know, it's whatever your mind, your consciousness is telling you. I think that's what you should do. Right? So if you think smoking, someone might think smoking's good, someone might think smoking's bad, right? Who's right? Right? Someone may think eating a certain amount of food is good. Some people might think it's bad, right? Like there's food that I would eat that this kid on Instagram, Joey Sorts, would never touch. Does that make it good or bad, right? Someone's a vegan, other one's a carnivore. Which one's better? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's your conscience telling you? You know, and what's your body telling you? And I think you should respond to that. Yeah, it could have been a liquidity grab here. So we broke the lows there. We broke through them all. We respected 30. So we're still not in the clear yet. But if we do get a closure here in 5, I would love to see this bearish candle close like really weak, if not bullish. So have that candle close something like it would be nice if we can close something like that. Boom. Just like that. Or bearish. Bullish or bearish there. It doesn't really matter to me. Because at 9:30, if we start breaking through the highs and all that, we're going to fill this wick here. So. John, my bad. Did I mute you or something? Hold on one sec. One moment. Please forgive me. Ah, there you go. There you go.
Bet. I'm back. I forgive you.
How you doing?
How you doing? Damn, you know who's that boss, bro? It's a boss right there.
Boss. My mind's telling me no, but my body
My body's telling me yeah.
telling me yeah. But my body. Oh man. Same thing with trading, you know. Is over risking good? It might be for one, but not the other. You know?
Yeah, bro, I think you gotta ask yourself too, are you the slave or are you the master, bro? Are you in control or are you being controlled by it?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah.
Who's the master?
Right. So something could really be affecting you when it's in control of you. But when you're in control of it, bro, I mean, you got control.
Yep. All right, 3 minutes for a closure here. Back down we go.
Good thing you didn't take those buys.
Good thing. Yeah, we got 9:30 coming up here with NQ as well, so you might get some volume now, baby. About time. We might be waking up from the Mike Tyson concussion. 2 minutes on a closure, and then anything could happen on NQ. I would probably expect if we get a closure above, we get a nice little lower wick, something like this, and then we begin to move up. Yeah, something light. Maybe not that steep. Maybe something like this.
Probably a little more.
Yeah, maybe like that. That's probably a little bit more realistic.
Maybe a couple more feet down.
Maybe down here. Maybe like down here.
It's not 9:30 yet, bro, so still no NQ for me.
Yeah, same. I need to step away. Stop, NQ. Yo, TK, can you tell me what app Nick uses to draw? Let him know, TK. Let him know. Let him know. I would have answered that if you asked me. That's not a wick, it's a rope. Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, man, 33.50. Keep an eye out on that zone there. All right. And some are asking, well, what's 33.50? Right over here. Right over here. Above that, we're pretty clean still. Boom. When you're in a choppy trade, should you wait for TP or should you take the profits? Yeah, I mean, if it's really starting to chop around and go nowhere, and let's say like a candle, like a 30-minute, 1-hour candles come into a close, like those type of things are happening. Sometimes, like even if you don't want to like close the trade, maybe just go break even on it if you're in profits at that point. So it just all depends. Sometimes I will close it and just get a feel about it and like, it's not looking good. But sometimes I'll hold it. Just depends.
Something else you can do too is if you think it's going to be a choppy trade before you get in it, just don't even get in the trade.
True. All right. The big fireworks show, 9:30. The moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see. Let's see if we can get something here. So we got to remain above, above 33.50, which we did. Now it's about, will price run on us? Or I think if we can move down a bit, retap support. If we break the high, I might be interested in that impulse trade. only because we've remained above 50. And if we come down here, right, and then start breaking the highs, you may fill that wick here at 930. But let's see if we can give a nice attempt down to fill that wick and all that. What are stops? Stops will be just 90 pips here. That ain't bad. We could use these, maybe previous candle stops. So I would like to see this candle drive down a little lower here. Yeah, if we break the highs here and don't move and come back down, I'll probably have the buy stop. If we get going here, I'll probably have to wait for the next closure, which is 945. So let's see if we can attempt to come back down now, and then we'll have a buy stop. Yeah, can we break the low? Can we break the low? Can we do it? Because if we re-break that low, why in the world would we come back to re-break the high unless we actually wanted to move up?
Right, probabilities are in your favor.
All right, I think that looks good. I'm gonna have a buy stop here for an impulse trade for 930. So now that we should not break this high, right? If we want to continue down, we should continue down right here. So if we re-break that high, there's a very high chance that this wick right here will be filled at 930. But you got to break the highs. You see how we didn't enter the first break of the high? Right now we would be getting stopped out, potentially even drawdown. So it's nice that we broke the high once. And now we're breaking the lows. We should have no business coming back up to 53 unless we want to head north here. Yeah, and if you don't like the entry off of this, wait for this candle. And if this candle here closes above 50, now you have the perfect inverted celery at that point. Yeah, this is in a way like a form of the inverted celery. I think if we can get the candle to close bearish above the range, I'll probably take those contracts from 3 to like 8. But we'll see. Oh, snap. Okay, time to delete. TTD. Stops are way too big. If we get exhaustion out of this candle though, right, and we close back above, then I'm still down for the buys. See the 4 hour now. 4 hour pulling back. 26 minutes left on it. So you got a big 4 hour closure coming up here too. Wow, yeah, anyone who jumped on the 15 man with that no wick, look at the wick now. Insane. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The idol. Yeah, social media too, like, can be just as addicting as anything else, right? A lot of people, believe it or not, their phone is their god, right? Not their, it's everywhere. It's on them all the time. They're always looking at it. They leave the house. They don't even care about the kids. They're like, screw the kids. Where's my phone? We got all the kids, honey. Do we have my phone? That's the question. Is my phone in the car? No. What about our third child? Oh yeah, him. Yeah, he's out. He'll be out.
Yeah, good chatter in the clubhouse. I like it.
What kids, man? What kids?
Did you delete your order, Nick?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Stop's too big.
Way too big. Way too big.
It's all good. Maybe we create support down here or something.
I ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
I ain't got
Flowers
no worries.
rejecting. Flowers actually rejecting that resistance pretty hard right now.
Let's see. I bought a 6K funded challenge, right? Step 1. Explain the 3 minimum profitable days. 3 days that are profitable, right? So 3 days over $200, I think it is. I think. I'm not sure which account. You bought a 6K FT1 step. I don't know what that is. Is that... I'm not sure what that means. FT.
Yeah. Same. I'm not sure either what that means.
Funded trader. I'm not sure what that means. Why don't I like the sells? I'm pretty bullish. Anything above 50, I'm still bullish, right? We still haven't had a closure below 50 yet. So until we get that, I'm not really that into sells at all. Plus the 1 hour, at that point, the 1 hour was respecting lows, 30 was respecting lows. 4 hour did tap here though, like we talked about on the in the morning breakdown. So we did tap into there. So we are probably rejecting off of that now. Yeah, but you guys know for my sells, I would need closures below the new support. That was also something I explained a while ago where we can't take the sell. Remember we were talking about sellers that take the sell right off this one candle here. I think the range 2 sell is much better, much more profitable long term. NQ went up. Oh, let's take a look. We missed NQ at 9:30. Let's see what happened. Oh, no long wick though. Interesting. Of course, you got no top wick though on that candle. There you go. Three green days before you take a payout. Bam. That's kindergarten level right there. Perfect. Nice. So yeah, let's see. We got 5 minutes left. Let's see if we actually close below or not. Or are we gonna push back up and reject here? Bump. Let's see. Possible sells on gold if it closed below 350. Yeah, maybe below the support here. Yeah, that's 33.47. Yeah. I'm a bit confused about how you use wicks analyze. Can you give me some insight about it? Do you see the previous candle wick or the current? Both of them. Both of them. So look at right now. So wicks work like just like a trend, right? So you see how right now you had a high and then you made a low, right? So now you're going to start trending. You got a high, you got a low. See that wick up there creates a new high. Wick down here creates a new low. New high, new low, right? So as long as wicks are making those higher highs and higher lows, you're starting to trend at that point. And then a lot of times what happens is the previous candle's wick, so this one, let's say this one right here, that candle left a wick, and that wick is meant to be filled during times of volume. So the next candle should go ahead and fill that wick. That's why we were looking up here at this wick fill, because eventually if price wants to move back up, it's coming for that wick fill. But a lot of times that's going to happen during the higher times of volume, like 9:30, 9:45, 8 a.m., 1:30 a.m., you know, like London Open, stuff like that. So there's a few ways I look at wicks. Number one, to see if we're trending. Number two, to see if we're filling the wick. There's also a difference between like a wick fill and a rejection, right? We talk about this in the course in the clubhouse and everything, but let's say the candle closes like this, right? Well, now you have a potential wick fill, meaning the next candle will probably fill that wick and continue ripping down. But let's say that that same candle here, this one here, closes like this, right? That's a rejection. So that's no longer, in my opinion, a wick fill. That would be more of a rejection wick. And then if you re-break the highs, typically you'll start moving up. Or like, let's say you close above, the next candles will begin to drive up. So there's a big difference between a wick fill and a rejection wick. And then the crazy part, to confuse you even more, is that eventually a rejection wick will later become a wick to get filled, right? So let's say price just mucks around up here and does whatever, and all of a sudden, like 5 hours later, we get a closure below here, right? So you get a candle that closes below. What it will do is it will target that wick to the left. So what was once an exhaustion wick right here will later become a wick to fill. So if you're looking at a sell position here, once you break through here, you're most likely going to fill that wick to the downside. So that actually becomes a target later. So you'll get the hang of this over time and experience and whatnot. But yeah, wicks are huge, man. They play a major role in the way I see the markets.
It's how we read candlesticks, right? Because you have a body on a candle. A candlestick is a body and wicks. So based on the bodies and the wicks, and that's the candlesticks. That's how we read candles. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, pretty much. So let's see. We got two supports here. Let's see what we do. A video. I have the videos in the course. Yeah, the course is in the clubhouse. So I got all those videos in the course, like wick fills, rejections, all that stuff. But like right now, this would potentially be a wick fill. And see the rejection wick from earlier, which is right here, that may now get filled. Right, so now that the 4 hour is going to close up, it's going to close up bullish, strong bullish. That's going to be a 4 hour wick fill and like a 15-minute range fill, right? So another video that we have in the course is how to use higher time frame wick fills to, you know, anticipate lower time frame range fills, you know, and that has a lot to do with the 4 hour here. Right, I would expect the next 4 hour to make a low first, right? So I don't want to jump in buys right away right now. I want this candle to make a low, and then I expect it to fill the wick, right? If we're going to keep going bullish today, and all I'm going to do is on the lower time frame, I'm going to look for entries somewhere around here, right? To participate in that wick fill, and at the same time, fill the range here, right? On the 15-minute chart. Yeah, so this is setting perfect, right? So if we want to keep our bullish bias, we have a strong 4 hour closure right here. and now you need a lower wick, right? So once you get the lower, oh, this 4 hour doesn't close for 14 minutes. So yeah, once it closes, you're going to need a lower wick there. So you don't want to jump into the buys too quick. But if this candle here can close above on the 30 and then that new 4 hour opens and we break the highs, it should get going at that point. Stick to the strat. Stick to the strat. And now let's look at NASDAQ here real quick. Nice. Yeah, rejection. Yeah, maybe a break and retest, right? Because you're going against a higher time frame here as well. So like this could just be a little boom, boom to go keep going down. So I think on NQ, that better idea would be, you know, remain above here, break, retest, and catch some buys to move up. Gold making us wait. But as of right now, this is beginning to look like much. Do you guys think that this is looking right now like a rejection or a wick to fill? To me, it's starting to look like a rejection, right? Over actual wick fill. So that's pretty good news, you know, if we're looking to go long.
I was going to say, too, the best way to identify whether it's a wick fill or a rejection is look at the size of the body and the size of the wick. And if the size of the wick is bigger than the size of the body, then that is a rejection wick, not necessarily a wick fill. Oh. Exhaustion wick equals rejection wick. Rejection wick equals when the wick is bigger than the body of the candle. If the body's bigger than the candle, then you got a wick fill. But in the opposite, it's rejection. Yep, the way you figure that out is use that measuring tool, measure the wick in the body. What's good, Chala? What's up, man? Yeah, W trade, man. Textbook trade today. We're looking for another textbook trade now. Yeah, good job, Charlotte. Yeah, Pirate Game. We're using two different charts. Yeah, our liquidity providers have different 4-hour candle closures. That's why. So your provider 4-hour closed at 9 a.m. Mine closed at 10 a.m. Saeed, I mean, I personally don't like the 15-minute wick fill, you know, because it looks like a rejection wick to me. And when you try to fill a wick that is a rejection wick, what you'll typically see is the candle failed to fill the wick, you know, and it will struggle, you know, right around that halfway mark because of the signs of rejection. So yeah, what you'll typically see is when you get in when you try to attempt a wick fill on a rejection wick, you'll see that candle start to fail to fill the wick and start to move against you. So yeah, that's why I don't think the 15-minute wick fill looks that good. Rejection wick on it. Yeah, true is fine. I also futures with forex chart as well. Yep. Yes, sir, Saeed. Yeah, like, so if I were to get in this wick fill now, like, these are one of those trades, you know, I'd rather be out of it wishing I was in than in wishing I was out. Because if I would have got in and then price starts to go against me, I know that this is a trade I shouldn't be in according to my rules, right? So I'd be in this wanting to be out, which is never good, right? I'd rather be out of it because my rules tell me to stay out of it and just wish I was in, you know, and therefore it has no effect over my trading capital at all. What's up, Tamra? What's up? Drop the link from the difference between exhaustion wick and wick fill. Yo, facts. Yeah, I did do a video on the difference between exhaustion wick and wick fill on my YouTube.
Johnny Gems
well,
did that. Go check it out.
We also just talked about it as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. What's good, Tamra? How you doing?
Most people think they need to learn more, but really they just need to do more. Right? Instead of always trying to learn what's right, just do what's right. Because in most cases, we already know. Woke up in a cell somehow? On me groin. Alright, let me get the money then, bro. Send that over my way. You be alright. You don't need. Let me hold a couple bucks, brother. You weren't even expecting that. Split it with me, half and half, bro. Come on, hook me up. Let me hold a couple dollars. What up, Arrow Sassy?
What up, Arrow?
Let me and Johnny Gems get a little something, you know?
Bags, yeah. What up, Arrow Sassy?
W. What is the 15 doing? Oh.
What's up, TK?
Snap. Don't tell me it's gonna drop halfway down and then go back up like Johnny Gems said.
Oh no. Can I share the video link? Yeah, sure, I got you, man. I'll send it in.
Send it. Johnny Gems and Magnus channels both popping. I like it. Got good videos coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks, bro. I like your channel, bro, even better.
It's alright. It's alright.
Nah, bro, that's fire. Nick's channel's fire, man. Yo, everyone, check out those Gems in the Bends videos. Nick's dropping some sauce there.
Is that what we're gonna call it? Gems in the Bends?
I think so. I think that's the name, bro. I mean, I can't see a name topping that.
The next Gems in the Bends is gonna be talking about red days and how to handle them.
Yeah.
How to go about them.
That's gonna be fire. Red days are part of the business, gang.
Part of the business.
Hell yeah, I can't wait to hear Nick touch on that.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen them yet, check them out. Well, I did 2 of them so far. Third one's coming. Maybe Sunday or Monday I'll post it. Instagram? Of course. It's 2025. Who wouldn't have an Instagram? Yeah, it's just my name. First, last name, underscore. Your Instagram is like your resume at this point in life.
Thanks, bro. Born God Slayer, thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Hope you like it.
Instagram. Yeah, that's my Insta right here. 41K on Insta, 41 or 43 on YouTube. Can we get these both to 50K? I think we could do it.
It's cooking.
I think we could do it. You see how the YouTube and the Insta, see how it's all grown just in this nice fashion. They, same from people from YouTube tend to come into Instagram and just try and get the value from both platforms. It's grown in such a cool way. I think when I started the live stream, I probably had about 7,000 followers on Instagram.
Wow.
And
That's still really good.
zero subs on YouTube.
The subs just blew up.
Yeah.
Like you went from like 10K to like 40K in like a month. I remember. Too much, because Nick was giving too much sauce, man. It was hard not to subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a good grow.
The Blessed Trader, I'm not too sure how long you have to take. I think I heard something about 30 days, but I could be wrong. Honestly, man, I would look to just pay that activation fee ASAP. I would probably look into it on their website too, but I think it is like 30 days. But I would still try to pay that as soon as possible. And it's a one-time activation. It's a one-time fee as well. I don't know. Maybe chat knows. Maybe Clubhouse knows. When how long you have until you are how long? How long do you have until you could pay the fee, the activation fee? I'm not too sure.
Pay the fee? Oh, I think they give you 30 days.
30 days? Yeah, so 30 days you got.
But remember, winners act quick.
Yeah.
They make quick decisions.
Stumbled my words there. Yeah, I would act quick on it as well. Pay the fee. That's the fee to pay.
Pay the fee. We love paying those fees.
Tyler, bro, I've just been hitting out a bunch of pull-ups today and core work and a lot of stretching.
We got some chop. We got some chop on the 5. I got a big day here, man. I got a big day. This is a dream come true day for me. I'm gonna let y'all know later, but big day after the stream.
Let's get it, Nick.
Dreams come true, gang. Keep working, keep working. Keep grinding. Keep aligning. Aaron.
Tyler. What up, Aaron? Yeah, Tyler, I just have my own like stretching routine. Maybe took some things here and there from some people online as well.
That one stretching routine you used to share was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely some good ones out there. Yo, bro, I'm feeling a steak tonight, Nick.
Every night, brother. Every night. I got a Ninja Creamy for tonight or tomorrow.
Oh, dude.
How you doing?
How about I'm gonna make one tonight? I'm gonna make one tonight to have it tomorrow. Maybe we can.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have it together.
I'm hype.
Bet. I'm stacked with the Kit Kats too.
Mr. Kit Kat's coming.
TK, I'm thinking of a fillet, bro. I want a fillet tonight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, oh yeah, that actually Zyper. Is Zyper still here? Is Zyper still? Yeah, Zyper. Oh, there he is. Hey, I need that plug, man. I need that butcher plug. I need it. Do they deliver? They do. All right, man. You gotta DM me, please, on Discord. Yeah, send me a DM so I can get that info. Cause what you paid $250 for and what I paid $250 for, complete different selection.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, man. He probably had like, in terms of like weight, you probably beat me by pounds.
Wow.
And it was the same price.
Send the link.
Diaper or Zyper? Honey said diapers? Oh, no. You don't have to. Diapers. Okay, cool. So we got a closure here on NQ. 30-minute open too. Yeah, so if we can get a lower wick on this 30 here, I like this. I like the buys on NQ to move up. So you got a wick to fill. Sorry to hit you all so abruptly. Let's see what gold's doing here. Yeah, gold's nothing yet. You got a celery play, but I do want a lower wick on this 30-minute candle here. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, other than that, if this one runs up without like a wick or something, then I guess, you know, got to be a range 2 buy. Zyper got the plug. He does. Is this the website right here? All right, I'll check it out. I'll check it out.
He said it's only Sweden though.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Hopefully not.
Is the Luke Belmar seminar worth it? Yeah, I would say so. Because it's not just the seminar. You're going to be able to network with people. Like, I actually met some great people at that webinar. We've actually done some things, some projects together. And I met a lot of very, very wealthy people at the Luke Belmar event. So, yeah, I think it's worth it. It's expensive. It's pricey. I know that. I'm not sure which event you're going to, but it definitely ain't cheap. But I think it's worth it, yeah.
You get what you pay for.
And then you make it worth it. Like, you gotta, like, for me, I made sure that I spent one-on-one time with Luke, right? If I was going, I was gonna get my money's worth, and I was gonna make sure that I squeeze my way in somehow to get personal time with them. So if you can try and, you know, work your way in like that too, that would be great. I mean, it was perfect the way I did it, because I got to it was like towards the end of the event, and when everyone left, it was just me, Luke, and 2 other kids, and we were just hanging out for like an hour and a half, just talking. I mean, it was perfect. Yeah, and during the event, I got to meet a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of great people. I met one kid. I was sitting next to one kid. He was 19 years old. He had 73 Bitcoin.
Sheesh.
73 Bitcoin. His dad, he was wealthy. His dad was a professional athlete, but he started, you know, watching Bitcoin, learning about Bitcoin when he was like 15, 16 years old. And now at 19, he accumulated 73 or 74 Bitcoin, whatever it was. Crazy. And now look at Bitcoin. 110,000. Shout out to all the homies holding Bitcoin. It's a good day. It's a good day. Yeet. Yeah, so, and that was just one kid I met. That was the young kid at the corner of the table. All right, never mind. I met some dude, he sold his company like 3 weeks before that for like $100 million. So someone just coming right into 100 million, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Wow.
So I think it's worth it. Luke's also very cool, very easy to talk to, you know, normal guy, so. All right, can we get this lower wick? But yeah, Pirate Gang, if you can go, I would recommend it, bro. Capital Club, first class. Capital Club. At Capital Club, I met Jordan Welsh too for the first time. Where was that? That was somewhere down here. I don't even know. Luke. He was down here more. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I was able to hang out with Luke. This kid Jordan, another great guy to pick his brain. This kid's extremely smart. Yeah, no, it was a good time. So basically, when everyone left here, we just hung out, like 4 of us, all through the night. It was pretty awesome. Look at that steak, though. Come on.
Yeah, it looks fire, bro. Definitely getting a steak tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, totally worth it. Any event that Capital Club puts on, I think it's worth it. A lot of good people there. All right, gold not sure. Is this NASDAQ? Yeah, NASDAQ not really trying to give a lower wick. Hopefully, maybe we can get that and enter in a few. Gold trying to come back up here after breaking the lows. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's do a fresh top-down analysis real quick on gold. So all right, cool. So we have support, or we're attempting to create support here on gold, right? You have this bullish candle now. We respected the lows here. We broke the highs. We're still very, very bullish on the daily time frame, right? So we've got that going. We've got a brand new 4-hour candle here, right? So we did end up closing bullish on the 4-hour chart. We did end up closing above the range here as well. Therefore, we do have a wick to fill now, right? There's also clean range coming back up again. So will we fill that wick, or will we actually fake out here, right, and have the candle now run down for the rest of the day, right? That kind of becomes the question here. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is trying to form a brand new support here. The 30-minute here is trying to form support as well. 15-minute is trying to get back up as well. So let's see what can happen. I think the only way I take sells is kind of like bullish closure followed by a bearish closure, and then I'll trade that range. But other than that, I probably won't take sells. Yeah, so maybe if we get that candle to close bullish, next candle to close bearish, I'll be into trading this range. But other than that, I'll probably be remaining bullish here and seeing if we could retest that 3360 zone. So strong bullish closure here should lead to that. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You were late on Bitcoin? I don't even know if anyone's late right now on Bitcoin. I don't think you are late. I don't think so. I think I remember hearing about Bitcoin back in 2014. I think 2015, and I didn't do anything with it back then. Honestly, my big dump in Bitcoin was last year in September. That was the big, I already had Bitcoin for a while, but I pulled everything out of crypto in 2020. Yeah, a little after 2020, 2021 or whatever. And then it wasn't until really last September that I jumped back in pretty heavy. And I've been basically riding along ever since. I think I did one withdrawal. That was it. I just became hungry. Yeah, you should see what I'm looking at over here on the other side of the screen. I'm getting hungry.
Bruh.
How you doing?
Now I'm hungry.
No, I don't hold any more sheep, man. I was trying to become a sheep millionaire though, back in 2020, 2021, but yeah, it didn't work out. Sheep would have been lit, because if that would have pushed just a little bit, you would have had a lot of money from back then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sold all the sheep. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I'm still holding. Maybe I'll look next year or something. All right, lovely, man. You got 6 minutes for a closure here. Starting to engulf the candle on the side, so. You still holding sheep? Well, I'm glad I'm your friend, Green. I'm glad we're friends, brother.
Green.
Why would I need to hold
what's
sheep
up, bro?
when Green's holding sheep? You know what I mean?
Green, I seen that nice ES trade, bro. Good work.
Green ES. Green ES.
Green ES.
ES Green. ES Green.
What's good, Green? Looking forward to seeing Green in July.
Me too. Green don't ever call me no more. If I show you my recent, I don't even have calls from Green anymore. Man, like 3 months ago, he was calling me every day. He was like, it was like that meme going around, that new video going around, like, yo, what's up, homie? Chilling, just trying to just call and say goodnight. Green call me
Just
every day,
saying.
checking up on me. Now if I go call Green, I gotta scroll all the way down to my recents, or I have to look them up in the actual phone book. That's crazy.
Damn, bro.
That's crazy.
You're either in the recent or you ain't getting the call.
Becomes too much work. I'm like, all right, we're scrolling too much. I'll wait for him to call me. Moved on up, man. That ain't nice, man. That ain't nice. TK, what's going on over there with Green, man?
TK.
Tell me how yesterday I drove to the wrong golf course. Yeah, it was like
How about like?
it was like 15 minutes away. I was like, damn.
Damn.
I was finally early too for once.
Wow, bro. Damn it. That place looks beautiful. I seen on your story.
Oh yeah, it was a nice
Like
place.
a pool and stuff.
Yeah, it was a nice golf course. I played there one time before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With Austin or
Yeah, with Austin actually.
looked gorgeous.
Gorgeous. All right, 3 minutes here. Can we get a push up on this next candle? We'll see. 4 hour now is starting to move bullish again. So we'll see.
Might get a 15 fake out.
The sheep went to his head. What up, Sparrow? How you feeling, man? Lovely name.
Hello.
All right, Zyper, I'll check it out, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Got me knee. Ah, Holy Bible. I'm gonna pull that leg. Marvin Gaye. All right, 1 minute. You know we in it. Yo, let's go, let's go. Come on, Goldie.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, 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 okay. Closures, closures, closures. My boy. Let go, let go. My boy.
My boy. I'm wrapping my tail off.
I'm wrapping my tail off. I'm sending the mail off. All right. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Where's Aaron? Yeah, we got to get Aaron up here to dance. Facts.
Aaron, check. Aaron, my bro.
There you go. Let go. Let go. Let go.
Let go. Go.
I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin
Identical. All right. We'll get Aaron up here for the closeout. How about that?
For the dance. 15
Okay.
closure.
We got a closure here on the 15. So I think if we can get a lower wick here, we may see this 30-minute start to move up. Same thing with the 4-hour. Same thing with the 1-hour here. So let's see if we can get a 30-minute. This is probably my last shot here of the day. If we can get a nice lower wick, come up. This is my target up here, these highs. Probably look to go maybe break even or something. I would say probably right around these areas here. Somewhere around here after we push through these highs. Go break even, and then yeah, see if we can get it to run. But we got to get that lower wick first, and then we'll be in. If not, then you know, price may not want to move up, because if we keep respecting the highs here, right? What happens if we close, you know, start moving bearish, and now you got, you know, the highs all respecting each other. So it's big that we push up and break those highs, but before we can get in this trade, we definitely need a lower wick. Man, you like that song? That's pretty good, pretty good. It ain't the same without Aaron, man. Get him up here. Yeah, the back above this range here. Yeah, that would have been cool. Maybe the 30 will close back above too. You know, so we'll still have another shot there. 30 closure, maybe 15 pack runner. Yeah, I think 1030 is probably my last shot here to do anything today. Yeah, just the one position in pre-New York, I believe. Just one position today. That's it. 35 pips on a gold buy from pre-New York. But other than that, nothing in the New York sesh here. The 15? Yeah, the 15 would be awesome if we got a lower wick. Let's go. The meetup. Yeah, who's coming to the meetup? If you guys are pulling up, there's a RSVP. Just click that link and we're good. Full margin. There you go. But we got our pullback now, right? We also got our 4-hour closure too, right? So the 4-hour shouldn't have an issue moving up. It's just about getting the right entry. Like, this was the good setup here that we were looking for, but the lower wick's not in place. So it's just about lining the bias up with the edge and the system and then executing. But I think we're going to continue moving up here. 4-hour looks good. 1 hour broke the lows there, breaking highs. 30-minute looking good. 15 closed strong, but just no bottom wick. So that's the only issue. And maybe that's an issue for a good reason, right? Because we haven't really closed above here yet. So without this bottom wick right now, it tells me that we have a good shot at coming back down. So one hour has lower wick, maybe probe on our way. Maybe what? Probe? Prob. Oh, coming from Sarasota? Let's go, W. Excited to see you. Yeah, facts. Nice. Not too far, not too far. Amazing. Yeah, 4-hour looking good. So all of our biases typically comes from the 4-hour, right? So that's why, being that the 4-hour had made a lower wick and is moving up bullish, that's why we want to see if we can get that shot here on the 15. Let's see if it taps that area and pushes back. Staying green. Market's not taking nothing from me today. Yeah, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Yeah, this was the trade that was taken in pre-New York. So this is just a very simple, just like what we're looking for right now, right? So the reason that this trade was taken is because you had a new support form and then you had a lower wick. So let's say that lower wick right there. Right, that lower wick form, entry on the break of the high, makes for a perfect position. But John, let me ask you, if this candle didn't have a lower wick, would you have entered?
Absolutely not.
Nah, right? So
needed that lower wick.
You need it, right? So that's kind of like what we want to see here. How you have a rejection, right? You have a support now, but one thing's missing on that current candle, and it's that bottom wick right there.
Yep. Need that.
Other than that, we were totally right in our calculation of direction, where it would go, when it would go. It's just about, you know, having that everything line up. Learned something today. Very good, very good. Yeah, the wick strategy playbook. Yeah, if you're green today, don't even think about taking a trade with me. It's Friday, man. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Johnny Gems, stay away.
I am, bro. I usually take 2 trades a day, but on Friday, if I take 1 winning trade, I'm typically done.
Yeah, nice. He secured the bag. That's right, he did. Yeah, so this is going to probably move up just like we anticipated here. So I might maybe be willing to give this a shot on the 30. If we close way too high up, then what'll typically happen is like that'll be the move here, and then you'll probably just create this range and then just chop around in it. Do you always need double wick confirmation? What do you mean double, like on both candles? Yeah, anytime I'm gonna take an entry, if it's gonna be a buy, I always want to see some sort of a lower wick. Yeah, because usually I need to use that wick for my stop loss, right? Because typically this stop would be too much, 130 pips. So anytime you get a lower wick here on these candles, what you're able to do is you're able to use that, number one, as a brand new low, right? So that's a brand new low. But number two, you can also use it for your stop loss, right? To have a logical stop. And in that situation, you know, now you're looking at potentially like 50, 60 pips versus 130. Yeah, because if I don't have that lower wick, then I can't really be confident in this trade, you know, because at any point it can come back and just make a lower wick. Today it didn't, right? In this case it didn't, but, you know, normally it will. No wicks on the 15. Yeah, so that wouldn't be for this type of play though. So for like a position like a celery play, I don't mind that we don't have a wick. So when I say that, like this type of pattern right here, let's say we kind of do something like this, in the 1 hour and 30 minute they already have their lower wicks. This I won't mind. I'll take this without a lower wick, right? I'll enter a buy here, but this here is a totally different setup, right? So if instead of that, if we got this, which is kind of like what we're looking at now, like a push up, a little retracement, and now we're looking to take like a buy off of support. In this situation, I want to see the wick, right? So like buy off support here. I don't want to take this without a bottom wick. I want to see the wick on that guy. So if we can get that, so these are two totally different positions here. So yeah, anytime it's a buy off support, I want to see a wick. Basically every time I enter a candle, I want to see a wick. Yeah, this is the only setup where just due to experience, I've noticed that you don't need it as much because you already got a lot of volatility coming in the market at that point. Even if you made like a small one, that's fine. Partials, yeah, this is my partial TP right here. So if you guys are in this trade, that's where I would take partials. Yep. Dun, dun.
Yeah, no lower wick, no entry.
Yep. And remember, like I said earlier, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? I don't care to trade today, to not trade today. I just want to take a good playbook setup today. And if that doesn't show up, I'm fine with moving into the weekend, you know what I mean?
Yep. Business plan.
Yeah.
Treating trading like a business. Every business got business plans, you know? This is our business plan.
Have I done an interview with the Trader Nut? Actually, he reached out to me a couple months ago, but nah, we never actually did the interview. Yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, that might have been like 9 months ago. I don't know if I left him or he left me or we just lost communication, but strict rules and stick to them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even not Friday. Yeah, still rush. Yup, that's it. That's it. Lose some profits because of breaking the rules. Learned so much this week. W. Love it. Sometimes we learn by, you know, messing things up a little bit. Nice. Manoosh. Big growth there, bro. Big growth. A lot of growth. Went from being frustrated to not being in that type of trade to being proud of myself for letting it go. Yeah, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Following the
Let's
rules. Because these rules are made to get you profitable and keep you profitable. You know, so we could take a random trade and get a random result, and maybe today it'll be a green result, maybe tomorrow it'll be a red result, right? But we don't have real statistical data on if we did that over and over and over again to be profitable. So you just got to go off of that data that you have. Partials on TradingView, I'm not too sure. I think you have to, like, if you're in a buy position, you got to right click and sell. So depending on how many contracts you have open and how many you want to close, you got to sell them. Might take this weekend to reset. Good idea. Good idea. What I would encourage a lot of you guys this weekend, get off the charts. Don't study the charts this weekend. Don't study the technicals. Don't look at charts. Don't look at reviews. Why don't you go out and dream build? Why don't you go out and touch? Why are you doing this? What do you want out of all this, right? Go this weekend and smell the new car. Touch the new leather. Feel the steering wheel. Take your wife to the new neighborhood that you guys want to move in. Go look at, you know, whatever it is that you desire. I would highly recommend filling up your dream tank this week, because once that dream tank's filled up, you have such motivation and inspiration for the following week to really follow the plan. You're like, you know what? That stuff is nice, man. Stuff is nice, right? It's not bad to want nice things, by the way. Like, don't let people tell you it's not good to want good. It is good, right? And you deserve good. So go out and touch your dreams, smell that new car smell, you know, bring your spouse to the new house, find an open house, right? Go to the malls, go to the stores, right? And bring your family too if you got a family, right? And be like, look, this is what I'm working for right now, and this is what I'm dialed in for, so that way they know. Yeah, sometimes you gotta let all this crap go. You know, who cares about it? For a weekend, go touch your future, go live in your future, and, you know, get excited, get that fire underneath you, because without that fire underneath you, it's not likely that you're gonna come back next week and be disciplined. Right? You can watch freaking trading stuff until you're blue in the face this weekend. You come back and make the same mistakes, right? But when you go, honey, look at this house here. Could you visualize us being in this house? She goes, baby, yeah, this is amazing. I really want it. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for going after this with everything. You think you're going to be you think you'll have a little bit more fire under that hiney next week to stay disciplined, knowing that, hey, your wife now knows what you guys are after? Right? Or you go in that new car and you say, honey, I can't wait for you and the kids to drive this and be in this, and you can get out of that stupid neon that you hit your knee on this, you hit your knee on that. The freaking thing is so small. I can't wait to get you this SUV to where you can enjoy it, have all this room for the children, right? And now you know next week your wife is counting on that, right? So I think you guys should screw the charts, ditch the trading for the weekend, and go out and sit in your future car, walk through your future neighborhood, and go see what you're trying to get out of this thing.
Facts, bro.
And get rid of the neon. Yeah. That's why, you know, that's why they call it a neon, right? Because every time you turn, you hit your knee on this, you hit your knee on that. Gets all messed up in them neons. It's much more comfortable in a Benz. Trust me.
You hit it on the spot, G.
Yeah. Go jump in that G-Wagon, man.
Yep.
Yeah, all the kids, they all want to spend time with you too. You're like, look, look at you know, show them the Legoland or whatever it is that they're after, right? That they want. Like, listen to your kids a little bit, find out what they want, and then show them, hey, look, mommy and daddy, this is why we're doing what we're doing, so we can be able to go here, do that, or do this, right? And get them involved in your dream too. All right. With that being said, I think we'll wrap this thing up here because I'm not too excited about this price action. I don't know about you all, but this doesn't interest me at all. Yeah, we might move up here, but I don't really like it too much. Looking like we're going to range a bit. What was I just going to say, though? There was something important, I think, that had to be said. Oh, no, about Monday. About Monday. Yep. Yeah, so no stream on Monday. Monday is going to be a bank holiday here in the U.S. I think also in the UK. I know we didn't plan this or anything, but if anyone wants to, if anyone's in Tampa and wants to come and do some charity stuff with us on Monday, we'll be downtown Tampa making it happen. Just reach out to me. If you can't get me, just email me at info@time2eattrading, and I'll get the email sent over, and then I'll get in touch with you and let you know where we'll be at. Cool.
Sounds amazing, brother.
I think we're good. Any last minute questions before we head out? Call me.
Hit my line, chat.
Hit me up. We're getting vlogs. Vlogs are coming very soon. I'm going to start probably just vlogging my days. I don't know. We'll see. Things are getting exciting over here, so.
Do it.
Yo, cook up some clips for me this weekend. If you guys are really good at editing and you feel like you can make some good reels based off of some of the things that we talk about on the live stream, I have a job for you, or not even a job. I just have an opportunity for you. So if you're good at editing and doing things like that, create a mock-up video of one of our streams and send it over, and we'll take a look at them. All right. We're trying to hire some people in-house. All right. Clubhouse is fired up. I think bags are filled in Clubhouse, so yeah, I think we're good to go. Boom. Peace out. Peace. Mike Jones. Yeah, give me a call. 383-304, whatever. We want golf content. All right, golf content coming. I'll see you guys on the webinar. Yeah, webinar this weekend. If you guys aren't in the Clubhouse, come join the Clubhouse, man. Give your future self an opportunity to explode here and build momentum. We'll be in the Clubhouse Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern for the webinar, and yeah, the rest of you guys, we'll see you back on Tuesday, okay? Remember, no stream on Monday, but we'll be back Tuesday. All right?
Let's get it. Nick,
Johnny
bro,
Gems, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, for sure, man.
Appreciate you, bro. All right, I'll see you. I'll talk to you in a little bit.
All right, man. We have a Ninja Creamy ice cream tonight or what?
Tonight or tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow.
I gotta make mine.
I'll be disciplined. One more day of discipline.
Yeah, one more day of discipline, bro.
All right, man.
Or both.
All right, bro. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Chat. Love y'all.
Have a good day. God bless y'all.
Peace.
Have a good weekend. Peace.
Hope you guys have a great weekend. Let's go. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy it. Blessings to you and your family. Have fun dream building. If you guys can, send us some pictures in the Discord of what you're doing this weekend, how you're dream building. But I want to encourage you guys, go touch the future, go smell it, go see it, and you're more likely to get it. So love y'all. Blessings to you and your family. Have fun with the dream building, and we'll see you guys back on Tuesday. Peace. Later.
Remix. We back at it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Leg out. Come on. God made rivers. God made lakes. God made me. So you gotta pay my rate. Y'all got Holy Bible pockets on me. Thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday. be humble, which one lasts? Then demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let Christ, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strife. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my wife. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God, let me go catch my red eye. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God. I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these bars, my album criminal. I can't do subliminals, what you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I go petro, metro, retro, then I escrow my residuals. It's too formidable, them golden idols pitiful. I'm burning calves like ellipticals, this is typical. Keep it minimal, teach you how to boy. I'm out here giving clinicals. Go hard as bicentennial, nothing mythical, need no rituals. Grace of God is on continual, my boy.
Advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing, I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, yeah. Pushing myself to the limit, I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to fill it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They do focus on the image now, but that ain't me. Lot of rats taking pics, that's why they say cheese. Lately I've been feeling like there's something off. A lot of friends used to show me love, ain't showing love at all. Yeah, only cheer me on when I was underdog. Running up the numbers, everybody keep on running off. Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that, like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad, gotta make funds these days. Everybody focus on the he say and she say. Acting up and trying to make a scene like a screenplay. Try to be original but end up as a remake. Spend a lot of time thinking about how I'ma be great. I just stick to the plan. Yeah, I'm focused on the music, not a pick for the gram. Stay true to my supporters, yes, I did it for them. So even when I get hot, never switch on a fan. These days, I don't take advice from anybody who gon' tell me how to do it if they never even did it right. These days, I don't waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days, I don't need nobody's validation. These days, I don't need nobody's invitation. These days, I don't tell nobody what I'm doing, I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right.
Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down, now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be me. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down, now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be me. I'm tired of going through the motions. Trying to make it through a long day with a uniform for a shirt. So quick to lose inspiration when I'm clocking back into work. It could be worse.
I ain't sleeping in the dirt. I've been going through the motions while I'm on this earth. What's it worth? All this time been passing. Feels like I'm losing passion. Please God, make something happen. It feels like nothing happens. I need changes for the better. I've been walking through the weather. I'm so used to saying never, maybe never last forever. I don't know. Feel my pain when I go through the rain. Do you go through the same? Yeah. Looking at them now, I gotta do me, boy, stay in my lane. I gotta live my life for the light, man. I can't wait. Yeah, I ain't going down the drain, tired of going through the motions. Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down, now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down, now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be tired of going through the motions. I got a Ford Focus, wish I had a Mercedes. Driving around the city, man, my schedule been crazy. I'm tired of being single, wish I had me a lady. I'm trying to find a promised land that someone gon' take me. Hey Chris, man, the world ain't really about you. It seems like you got something to prove. Yeah, I'm at a show, hop on the stage and go. I'm hearing a round of applause, but what if I lose my soul? All them long nights, lost in the hype, and we had to finish a song. Man, I've lost sight, looking at lights, I never let go of the phone. What if my whole life I missed the point, and then I end up alone? Emotions gon' make you a clone. Days just feel the same. Why can't life just change? I've been trying to find my way. I'm tired of going through the motions. I was just trying to be down, now it's just time to be me. Now it's just time to be me.